I've been saying this ever since somebody was in here. Ever since Kamala lost, I've been saying this that you know, black women got to be very, very arrogant with this nonsense. They were walking away from black men. They were walking away from white people. They were bitter because their queen lost and they were not able to take a loss. In this life, if nobody's ever told you this, everybody loses. It doesn't matter who you are, but what makes you a winner is you take your losses with grace and dignity. You don't turn around and talk about, okay, crash and burn. I'm going to watch the world burn because I didn't get my political candidate. They just don't get it. They didn't get it back then, and they don't get it right now. A lot of them, y'all were acting like fucking children. This is what y'all were doing. We are going to sit back and we're going to walk away from everybody. We're going to fuck the world. This is what they said after she lost. But little did they realize, you have to still work like everybody else. And I'm here to tell you that white people have long memories. They watch TikTok like everybody else does. And their women are in HR. They are the gatekeepers of HR. Every job just about I've ever worked with one or two or three, there were black women in HR. But most HR people that hire people and fire people are white women. And what do they see on all these videos, YouTube videos, TikTok videos? We're gonna fuck the world because you didn't give us Kamala. And this is the reason why they are losing all these jobs, because you have a verifiable history of, number one, being nasty to everybody, not just white people, but to everybody. A lot of them, they are nasty people. See, what do they say all the time? You don't leave until you get another job. They were running their mouth after Kamala lost. We're going to be withdrawing ourselves from everybody because our girl lost. Well, y'all needed to have your businesses in place when you made these grand pronouncements, because now they cannot find work. I'm in this field. I see this every day. I've been applying for months and months and nobody's hiring. I am pretty much calling it. I'm calling it. The black women are being blacklisted. They're being blacklisted. Isn't that funny? Black women are being blacklisted. It's the truth. Not funny per se, but what I'm saying is ironic. Black women being blacklisted. They are being blacklisted off these jobs. They really are. And it's going to get worse because they don't know how to shut up and stop being negative. Stop being sore losers and crybabies. This is the Tip Network. And all these women, because, they're all strong and independent. They all don't need a man. And remember Rebecca Lynn Pope, they're outpacing us tremendously financially. They're all making way more money. That is a lie. And you see all these videos where black men and black women keep on repeating that lie. Median Man has been over this 1,000 times. Your average black man, like me, makes I make $51,000 a year. It's not a lot of money, but that's decent for a single man living alone. And your average black woman, she makes slightly less than me, like 46,000 on average. So they are not. If they were outpacing us in every single way, they would be making around on average $200,000 a year. That would be outpacing us. They're not outpacing us. These are all lies. This is why I keep saying they have become the new slave master. They have become the new black female supremacists because they lie like their white supremacist counterpart. We are just beating them in every single metric. Who's coming in my office every day looking for services? It's them and everybody else, obviously, but it's a lot of them. Oh, I'm going to have to get on welfare. Everything is running out. I don't have a job. I hear this every single day. Here we go. I'll play a little bit of the brothers' video.
First place. I worked in tech for many years. DEI had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with helping you out. That was a quick way to get an H-1 visa into this country. Two birds with one stone, and it had nothing to do with your black. So basically, what you did was you fell for the marketing. Once again, you got to get it together. Pull your own self up by your own bootstraps because no one's here to help you. Get some community. Get with a man. Get some cooperation. Get it together and stop all of this independent blabble nonsense. Knowing dang well that if you was really independent, then if you lost your job, you wouldn't be sitting here looking like it's the end of the goddamn world.
And I'm starting to feel like this is by design. Because there are over 100,000 women, black women like me, who have the same story, who has applied for over 300 plus jobs and just not getting it, not getting any replies. There's just no feedback.
Black women, they are doing the same thing to us that they did to black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce. That's what they did to black men. And that is what caused the major divide within our community with regards to the gender wars.
Hold up. We got to be honest about it. There wasn't no job situation that started the gender war. The gender war was started because ladies wanted it both ways. You wanted to go 50-50. Then you wanted to be...
And they're always trying to rewrite history. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I've been employed my whole entire life. I don't have many gaps in my history. I don't. This new job, they were like, "Oh yeah, you've been working steady for the past, for the past forever at the same job. You have a great work history." That's what the guy was telling me. Some of these other people, they have work gaps. That's another thing with some people. But mind you, there are all races of people coming into the job every day talking about my unemployment is about to run out. Nobody's hiring. I put out hundreds of There was a white woman saying the same thing. They're all coming in with the same script. They're all stressed out. They're all burnt out. They're not getting any work because they are being blacklisted. Nobody wants to deal with them anymore. When I say all the time that you have to guard your ethnic image, that when the world sees them as loud, argumentative, combative, when they see them as twerking, even on the job, when they get fired off these jobs for twerking in uniform and all of this nonsense, I would say collectively a lot of white America is literally tired of black women, and they have the perfect way to punish them. You know what they do? They just won't hire you. That's exactly what it is. Here's another little fun fact, closing it out. I was doing security a long time ago at a Denny's. I could tell you the Denny's ratchet stories. I done broke up fights with black women throwing food at each other and getting into fist fights. I mean, seriously, this is what I'm talking about. I was the first guy to get hired there. They hired me because there was ratchet black women dining and dashing and fighting each other in Denny's. This was happening all the time. I wound up quitting. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I remember this black guy. You do not have to have a felony to not get hired for a job. This black guy, I will never forget this. He comes into the Denny's and he wanted to speak to the general manager, the female. She was the general manager. And she called me because this guy, she told him right then and there, he was like, he was getting loud. I don't understand why you won't hire me, man. I need a job. And she said real low, could you please keep it down? Right? She says, your record is nothing but assault. She held his police record in front of him. She said, every single time you get angry at somebody, you physically assault them. This dude must have had 20 different assaults on his jacket. He didn't have a felony. And he was so upset he started crying. And she was like, just please leave, sir, and have a nice day. I'm not gonna hire you. I don't trust you. She was like, I think she said something like, on your last job, you slapped your supervisor. I'm like, these people have no idea. Some people cannot work because they have screwed their record up. No felonies, but nobody will give you a chance because you're violent and you're crazy and nobody wants to deal with you. Mental issues, mental problems, assaulting people will keep you out of a job. There is no law in America that says people have to hire you. You don't have a right to have a job. This is something that a lot of people don't understand. You do not have a right to have a job. This government can't force people to hire violent, unstable people, disagreeable people. I just saw another video where these black McDonald's women workers. I saw it last night. We're screaming and fighting and bugging the whole hell out. Even in front of the police, this one McDonald's black female worker, she just kept going on. And they wind up arresting her. They told her to stop. Go in the office, be quiet, chill out. She comes out of the office and she's still fighting. People are getting tired of this nonsense. They really are. And there is a correction coming. And like I said, the reach back is coming too. A lot of you brothers, they're gonna be, hey brother, hey, how you leave me the hell alone. My life is peaceful the way it is.